Hi everyone, my name is Martina Fiorino. I'm based in Grinzane, Cavour, which is where in the Barolo region, which is where my family business is based. What is my role in the wine business? I work in the commercial side of my family business, and so I look after all the clients' relationship and promotional wines around the world. I joined my family business after 2 years and a half experience as a wine buyer in London. Well, the production side of the business hasn't changed at all because we need to take care of the vineyards. They don't stop. This is probably the beauty of nature, the most beautiful part of our job, where you see that nature sends signs of positiveness, of hope, that it keeps on going. Of course, there has been the consumption of wines has materially decreased. Also, there has been a change in consumers' behaviors. Consumers are buying more wines to drink at home, so very different from what was before, what we were used to before. And of course, COVID-19 has also led to a global recession, so there is more cautious consumer spending, which has led to cheaper wines taking up a larger part of the market, of the online wine market, versus premium wines. Well, very, very difficult question and very, very difficult to predict. Because it's absolutely difficult to understand what the new normal is going to be, so how is our life going to change. But I think in the short term there would be a transition period. This period will be governed by social distancing measures, during which restaurants and wine bars will have to implement new strategies to allow people to gather and socialize again, because that's what we want. That's where wine is consumed. Wine is a social product, so it's a product that you share. Its conviviality really needs to have a social environment to be consumed. So I think that's going to be that phase, and also I think that we will all together have to reinvent ourselves and trying to find the strategies to be able to gather people together again. And also this will also have to face the consumer's attitude to go back to normal life. Although I think most of people will actually, they can't wait to go back to normal life, but we will have to face what their attitudes will be. And I think when we will get the vaccination, hopefully rather sooner than later, things will go back to normal, probably with some potential material changes in the hospitality industry. Well, apart from the production side of this job, everything else has completely changed. The first 6 months of the year in this business, for most of producers, if not all, it's mostly focused on traveling all around the world for importers, portfolio tastings and promotion events to introduce the new vintages and general wine events also in the region locally. Of course, none of these has been confirmed so far. Has been cancelled actually, because apart from a few events that I attended at the beginning of 2020, so January and February, everything else has been cancelled. So promotion of wines is now shift to an online version, so swift to an online version. So we are actually carrying out tasting online, meeting clients online, sending samples, and introducing the new vintages in a new, different way, which I think it's great for now, but for the long term we will have to be back to what it was before. Well, lower, there are a few actually. So one is, of course, lower, if not zero, demand from restaurants, hotels, wine bars all around the world. Lower consumption of premium wines, so more expensive wines. This is mostly due to less occasions, because these are most of the time consumed when during celebrations or restaurants. And also due to more cautious consumer spending. And then difficult to attract new clients overseas, all around the world. And also aggressive pricing strategies from competitors due to lower demand in the market. Well, of course, we will need a shift in lockdowns to allow people to go out and socialize and gather again, which will help increase the number of occasions and the number of public spaces where people can just enjoy and go back to normal life. Yeah, but of course, this also will positively impact on the acquisition of new clients for us, from our point of view, because none of importers or distributors are now investing on new producers, because it's really tough there are no restaurants to sell wines to, and it's very difficult to test the market on the new products, so they are just focusing on what they have in stock, on what they've been selling, so what their clients know already about. So it's that could also increase the opportunities to find new clients for wineries. And of course, in terms of pricing strategies, of course, I think there will be for sure some aggressive price cutting, which I think all consortium of each appellation should set minimum prices to control the sales, and also to address any aggressive pricing strategy, because this will of course affect the image of the appellation, on which every producer and consortium have invested years to get to what we are now. So we should really focus on protecting the brand image of the appellation, and also we will all benefit from this in the future. Well, Facebook and Instagram are the two platforms that the two social media we use to communicate to our community, which is, I think nowadays, very important to keep our followers, our friends and consumers all around the world up to date, and share with them the beauty of nature, because we are lucky enough to be in contact with it. And so I think that's a point that we are doing. We are sharing our day-to-day work. And it's a great tool, because it allows people to get to know, to see and travel with their mind, to see what you're doing. So kind of through the videos and images, they can really travel and be with you for just a couple of minutes through images and videos. Well, the promotion in the short term, of course, there will be more online activity done with clients. And then in the medium, long term, I think things will go back to normal, or to the new normal, which is probably going to be close to what it was before. Thanks to technology, which I think today we are all very proud of, we can meet virtually and, of course, keep working, keep carrying out the work, overcoming the distances. I think this is a great solution for the short term, but as I said before, I think wine goes beyond that. So to really fully understand wines, people, consumers, really clients, we need to get to smell and taste the territory, people, and whatever is behind the label. So also the family behind the label, the philosophy, and everything that concerns that. Because by experiencing all these key factors, then you really understand wines and what is behind it. For us, nothing has really changed apart from the commercial side of the business, which is carried out virtually. Production side nothing has really changed, so we only work together. So we can keep working, and we keep well, stay safe, and try to keep on moving forward. And this is the beauty of being a family estate, because we don't need to keep social distancing between us. yes, indeed. So sales have slowed down, as well as sales channels have changed, as well as purchasing patterns have changed. So retailers are taking the lead over restaurants, of course. Online retailers are better positioned because they are able to cover wider consumer base and also to offer slightly larger selection, and it's more comfort, it's quicker, I would say, to just order wine online. Restaurants are either closed or they are offering takeaway or delivery, but of course the sales of wines has decreased. Of course, in terms of purchasing patterns, of course these have also changed because consumers are focusing more on low, medium tier wines, so low, medium price wines, leaving large unsold volumes of premium wines. Well, for the time being, a digital virtual tasting are, of course, what is carried out to keep contact with consumers and friends and wine passionate all around the world. I think once the restriction would be reduced, I don't think there will be much difference, as long as wineries and restaurants will be able to implement social distancing measures at their venue, but also they'll be able to implement tools that can guarantee consumers, clients, sanitary measures, so like guaranteeing sanitizing the hair, but also any surface that they might get in contact with. I think what I really want to share is that during this time at home with my family, I've been trying to travel with my mind, because wine is something that really allows you to do it. So by choosing soulful undressed wines, you can really let the flavors and aromas let your mind travel through different regions, digging into the culture, the people, the territory, and I think what I suggest everyone to do is just to choose a wine and let it drive you through the beauty of where it's produced. And I think this is one of the greatest aspects of wine, that you can, of course, by sitting on your couch, you can travel, and I know sometimes you might not share it with someone else, but you have the time to share your opinion and maybe visit the region afterwards once everything is over. So we should all stay safe, keep well, keep drinking Italian wines. It's just beautiful, so keep on doing that. And thank you very much, Sarah and Silvia, for this opportunity. I hope to see you soon.